Today we are talking to Hamilton County Mayor Jim Coppinger a little bit more as we continue to battle COVID-19 right here in the Tennessee Valley. He joins us now. Good morning, Mayor Coppinger. How are you?
I'm fine, Kay. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. First of all, let's talk a little bit about hospitalizations. We are at record numbers right here in the Tennessee Valley. Erlanger has called in the National Guard to help with the hospitalizations that are at the hospital right now. What can you say to folks in our community as we continue to battle this virus? It continues to grow, the numbers do.
Well, I mean, you're exactly right, Kay. We are at record numbers in the hospitals and again, in our ICUs and people on ventilator. We had 54 people yesterday that are on ventilators as people fighting for their lives. And our hospitals are extremely stressed. Our healthcare providers are extremely stressed. And you got to remember, they've been at this for about 18 months now. And I think all of us are kind of concerned about, their stress levels at this particular time.
What can we do as a community to help here in the Tennessee Valley as so many that are working in the hospitals deal with all of these cases? What can we do to help, Mayor Coppinger?
Well, we've talked about this literally for the last 18 months before we had the vaccinations available to us. We were telling people you needed to be masked up, you need to have social distancing, and try to avoid large crowds if you can. And again, the only thing we would add to that is vaccination. Vaccinations are extremely important. Right now, we're only at 46% in the entire county of our people that are vaccinated. And we just got to do better if we're going to get a handle on it.
We hope we can get a handle on it soon. Vaccine availability, where is it at, Mayor Coppinger, right here in the Tennessee Valley? We know we can get it at pharmacies and your doctor's offices, but here through Hamilton County, where can folks find it?
Well, we're still set up at the riverfront. You can get testing there as well as vaccinations. I really want to encourage people to come out and do so. If you have symptoms, we all know what those symptoms are now. They're flu-like symptoms, and you need to be tested to make sure that you don't have COVID. It's, it's pretty rampant in the community right now, and we've lost 557 people to COVID-19. And so again, if you got the opportunity to go by, get a vaccination. If you're not able to do that for health reasons, religious reasons, or whatever it may be sure to mask up. It's a strong recommendation we've been making for over 18 months now, as well as socially distancing, good personal hygiene, and avoid large crowds.
Let's talk a little bit about the numbers in schools, particularly Hamilton County schools. I know educators, professionals here in the Tennessee Valley have been working really hard to try to keep these numbers down, and social distancing, masking up many of the classrooms. Tell us how you feel they're doing right now with numbers. I know they're taking off a couple of days next week just to make sure over the holiday weekend that if you're exposed to COVID-19, you see the symptoms before returning back to school.
Okay, you have to take into consideration this Delta variant that we're dealing with right now is extremely contagious. It's much more contagious, attacks younger people much more than what we had this time last year. So the schools are doing an outstanding job, in my opinion. They're monitoring it as they go along. They're taking the precautions they need to be, as you've seen when there's been a real uptick in the numbers in certain schools. They immediately get on that and have the students stay home. And again, as we work through this process and with the schools, it's extremely important that our young people get an education. And part of that is being able to have the social part of going to school.
I agree. Hamilton County Mayor Jim Coppinger, thank you so much for joining us this morning and updating us on what's going on with COVID-19 right here in the Tennessee Valley.